Tonight on SUTV World News, we take a closer look at how the stuck ship in the Suez Canal could disrupt supplies for weeks to come. And Brazil is breaking records with COVID-19 deaths. That and more right now on SUTV World News. Good evening and welcome to SUTV World News. I'm Stefan Gergishanov. Russia has registered the world's first COVID vaccine for animals called Carnivac Cov. COVID-19 can circulate in animals, potentially allowing for new variants. State media report trials, which began in October, involved dogs, cats, foxes, minks, and other animals. Here's CNN's Matthew Chance from Moscow.
I'm Matthew Chance in Moscow, and Russia now says it's approved the world's first COVID-19 vaccine for pets. Carnivac, as it's called, is designed to protect carnivorous animals like dogs and cats, and its developers say it'll go into mass production as early as next month. Well, US health officials say there's no evidence at this time that animals play a significant role in spreading COVID-19, but they can get infected by people, say health officials, especially during close contact.
Brazil reported Tuesday its highest daily COVID-19 death toll since the beginning of the pandemic. The health ministry reported nearly 3,800 deaths related to COVID-19 in the last 24 hours. Since the start of the pandemic, Brazil has reported nearly 318,000 deaths from the virus. Tuesday, health authorities reported more than 84,000 new cases, which brings the new total case count to nearly 12.7 million. Authorities say there are roughly 1.5 million active cases nationwide. According to Johns Hopkins University data, Brazil has the second highest figures for confirmed COVID-19 cases and deaths worldwide. The EU is suing the UK for delaying the next phase of Brexit border controls, which effectively put a customs border down the Irish Sea, saying they've broken international law. In Northern Ireland, the impact of this new border is already being felt by some businesses who are struggling with the mounting paperwork and uncertainty over supplies. Unionists are getting increasingly angry, saying the move threatens its place in the UK, with one loyalist group withdrawing its support for the Good Friday Agreement and rumbling threats of a return to violence this summer. Nick Robertson explains.
New writing on Northern Ireland's walls is a chill blast from the province's violent past. Anger is rising over Brexit customs checks known as the Northern Ireland Protocols. The messages threaten Northern Ireland's Good Friday peace agreement, a red line for US President Joe Biden. In pro-British unionist communities where frustrations are strongest, fears of violence are growing.
And you see a lot of writing on the wall. It's scary, and I really wouldn't want to go back. I mean, I grew up in the Troubles and I really wouldn't want to go back to that again.
Murals of gunmen on the streets here are nothing new, but this is something else. The name of Ireland's Deputy Prime Minister and his address written on the wall, now quickly painted out. That tells you tensions here are rising. The lightning rod for discontent is customs checks on trucks like these, crossing the Irish Sea from mainland UK. Northern Ireland is inside the EU single market for goods, different to the rest of the UK. So goods now require checks. Truckers face costly new delays.
We've had to employ 10 people to do customs clearance, to make sure we can do traces, to make sure that all the paperwork is correct.
Everyone is impacted. New soil controls mean plants previously sourced from mainland UK are now easier to get from the EU.
I feel we have been let down, yes. I feel that maybe there wasn't enough investigation as to what the rules were going to be.
A shared soil is at the very essence of identity politics here. Any erosion of that unfettered bond with mainland UK is for some unionists an existential threat. Tempers are fraying.
We're simply saying to them, tear up the agreement which breaks up the United Kingdom, tear up the agreement which breaks up all the promises you made to the people of Northern Ireland that you would have unfettered access to your biggest market in GB.
Ominously, loyalist paramilitaries, still dangerous in some pro-British communities, have withdrawn support from the Good Friday peace agreement, according to their representatives.
It's very easy for matters to spiral out of control, but for the COVID restrictions, there would already have been street demonstrations. I've no doubt the ports would have been blockaded.
Pressure is mounting on Boris Johnson, and not just from pro-British unionists. He angered the EU, drawing a lawsuit from them by unilaterally extending the customs changes transition period from 3 to 9 months. Faces trade deal difficulties with the US if Northern Ireland's peace breaks down, and has lost the confidence of non-unionist politicians here too.
I don't think Boris Johnson truly understands what he's dealing with here. He just thinks it's something that can be managed and kept on a low rolling boil.
Finding compromise will be hard. Johnson's relations with the EU are worsening. Not for the first time. The United States could find itself brokering Northern Ireland out of trouble. Nick Robertson, CNN, Belfast, Northern Ireland.
An alleged mafia fugitive on the run for years has finally been caught in the Dominican Republic. He wasn't cooking up any new schemes. Mark Ferren Claude Biart ended up giving away more than recipes by cooking Italian dishes and sharing them on YouTube. He didn't show his face in the videos, but his distinctive tattoos caught police attention. Italian authorities said Biart was involved with drug trafficking between the Netherlands and Italy. The fiasco in the Suez Canal involving the massive container ship that got stuck could disrupt supplies for weeks to come. Although the ship is now free, there's continuing concern on the impact on supply chains. That's because hundreds of ships from around the world carrying vital fuel and cargo have been blocked from entering the canal for days. In today's Consumer Watch, Mandy Gaither has a closer look at the impact this could have on goods around the world.
The giant container ship that's been blocking the Suez Canal for nearly a week is finally free. But the economic fallout is far from over.
There's going to be a global disruption in the supply of goods, not immediately, but a few weeks from now.
Data from shipping expert Lloyd's List suggests nearly $10 billion worth of goods was disrupted each day. Experts say even before the Ever Given got stuck during a sandstorm and powerful winds last Tuesday, supply chains were stretched to the limits. Now experts say this fiasco is making it much more expensive to move goods around the world and causing shortages of everything from exercise bikes to cheese.
It may almost be invisible in certain areas to most people, but what they will see is an increased cost. It's going to be more expensive to haul goods. Vessels that are going around the Suez Canal have to use more fuel.
And the ripple effect of this incident will take a while to unravel. There were hundreds of vessels backed up in both directions. When traffic returns to normal, it may take days to clear the backlog, further delaying goods on their way to customers.
That cargo is not being offloaded. It's not being put on trucks and rail for distribution throughout Europe and England, and it's not being cross-loaded onto vessels sailing to other ports, for example, the United States or Canada.
For Consumer Watch, I'm Mandy Gaither.
That's it for SUTV World News. I'm Stefan Gergishanov. Be sure to follow us on all our social media at SUTV News and check out our website at sutvnews.org. We're back with ship news and more tomorrow. Until then, good night.